One of the common mistakes and questions we have here in our community is skinny at saka skinny fat. So we will answer those questions and concerns. Why is that? That even though maraming kinakain mo and even though na you seem na wala na yung space sa tiyan mo, pero you're not gaining weight. So you would avoid definitely this mistake so that you can definitely for sure gain weight. Let me know from the comment section below ano po yung meals natin. Or maybe where are you tuning from? I love to spend time with you, acknowledging your name because you spend your time investing in your knowledge. Hello po sa mga live viewers natin. Kamusta po yung meals natin? But of course, I'd like to let you know that you're not alone in this journey if you don't have the ebook yet. I would like to give this to you as a gift for free after you share this video to your timeline, or maybe you want to tag your friends and let me know in my page that you have shared this because I want to give you your ebook completely free. I have an ebook for your food guide. I have an ebook for low carb fasting, and also I have an ebook if you want to start gaining muscles in low carb. Where do you want? Where will you get the ebook? Message po ako dito sa page ko, Coach Lininho. And again, if you're not tuning in, if you're not following this page, Facebook will let you know once we have our live sessions, on the spot sessions. So make sure you have followed this page. Ano nga ba yung mga concerns when it comes to being skinny? It's not just about your physique nor body composition. Some people would thought na meron kang sakit, sakitin ka na, ano nangyari sa'yo. We have this judgment that we hear often. No? And not only that, some of you will like to, feel na your energy is a bit low, your strength is a bit low. Meron akong student na gustong mag-travel pero walang strength at saka stamina to walk. So, compromise yung health. It's not just about being skinny. It's about your health. That's why we advocate gaining muscle. That should be your goal, not just to gain weight. Kasi if you say gaining weight, that could also mean gaining fat. Because once and for all, we want to get rid of fat. But gain or preserve muscle at the same time. So meron tayong term na tinatawag ng sarcopenia, which is extreme muscle loss. And this happens when you hit yung muscle mo nagbe-waste na siya because your body is not able to maintain at saka adjust yung activity mo. That is why you have to know these mistakes. You don't need to go through these mistakes so that you can activate your best year this 2023. Hello po sa mga live viewers natin. Hello to you, Ma'am Pia. Good evening to you. Kamusta po ta? Kamusta yung meals natin? Tita Presi, kamusta po kayo, ma'am? Ma'am Betty, may gabi to you, Peter. Ma'am Mary Valencia, good evening to you. Ma'am Evelyn Divina. Hello, Coach Gab is one of our advocates at saka amazing coaches in our community. If you want to gain muscle, if you're 40s and above, this is your best coach in this field, Coach Gab. Hello to you, Ma'am Carmelita Sarmiento. Ano pong reason kung makain ako ng marami at hindi ako nag-gain weight? That's a good question. We will answer it here sa live natin, Ma'am Carmelita. Hello to you, Ma'am Esther. Watching from Nepal, napagandang place po yan. Hope all is well with you. Hello to you, Ma'am Beth Tarok. Good evening, Coach. Watching here from Tarlac. Kamusta po yung weather natin dyan? Sir John, long time mo si Sir John, ha? Ariat Tayaw, good evening to you, ma'am. And also, Ma'am Cher Risa Tumulto, good evening to you. And watching from Kuala Lumpur, Maria Arlene Delphine, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Kamusta yung weather natin dyan? Actually, I will visit Malaysia this March. So looking forward to see those people na nasa Malaysia, yung mga amazing natin na mga Filipino workers dyan. Hello to you, Ma'am Teresa Di Pamalo, always an avid listener dito sa live natin. And hello to you, Ma'am Madam Regina, sa mga magiting natin na moderators. And Verlene Santos, there you have it. So, these are some of the mistakes that you want to avoid if you are in low carb, especially if you are in muscle wasting na. Meaning hindi ka na nag-gain ng weight, nag-stagnant na, and even though pagkain mo hindi talaga nag-gain ng weight. And you know what, I can relate with you kasi, take a look, these are my pictures way back when I was super skinny. Take a look. So my concern here is not just my physique or how does my body look like, but my concern here, parati ako nagkakasakit. Madali akong napapagod. And my problem was, yung mga colleagues ko, yung mga peers ko, hindi sila ganun kabilis mapagod. Pero ako, I was wondering bakit kaya. And also, out of that, na-develop din ako tinatawag na chronic allergies. Every time may chronic allergies po ako sa throat ko, I know 100% na magkakasakit ako a day after or two. And that's why I made a bold decision that I cannot continue having this kind of lifestyle. I must do something. It's so painful na to me that I need to do something about it. And that's why after putting the right nutrition and taking some action with my training, I have this composition right now far better than before. Again, I don't have any goal to become a bodybuilder. I just want to be fit and healthy so that I can do the things that matter to me. Spending time with my family, traveling, and less sickness. Kasi if you're sick, of course, you are limited, tama? So that's it. Very, very important to know. So, mistake number one. Ginawa ko din to, no? Mistake number one, you may have a high metabolism. Though it's not a mistake, but you have to assess yourself. When you say high metabolism, yung body mo po is able to burn calories at less. There are people like me, when I was younger especially, na even though kumakain ako ng marami, hindi ako nag-gain ng weight kasi yung metabolism ko, yung body ko is able to burn more calories. So meaning to say, even though ano yung activity ko, even though na yung kinakain ko marami, hindi ako nag-gain ng weight. That's why you have to acknowledge this. Some people have concerns talaga with this, no? Because, of course, iba-iba tayo ng genetics, yung age natin, yung hormones, so maraming factors surrounding yung gaining muscle. That is why you have to acknowledge, do you have a high metabolism? On the other side, marami namang tao na kahit anong diet nila, eat less than what they consume. Meron namang mga tinatawag nila na yung body type nila malaki talaga. They have a slow metabolism. And that's why you have to acknowledge that one as well. And don't be harsh yourself more. There are people who will judge others na you are not disciplined, but they're not aware of your genetics or they're not aware of your metabolism. So if you have a concern with this, again, I would advise that you do the following and avoid the following mistakes, which will be discussed after this. Number two, you may be eating too much processed food. Ito yung mga mistake ko talaga. Kasi, anong nangyari sa akin? Kumakain ako ng marami, pero junk food siya. Merong mga pagkain na zero nutrient. Okay. It's possible that you place inside you, pero wala siyang nutritional value. So you have to ask yourself right now, what are these foods na don't have nutritional value? Because at the end of the day, it's about the micronutrients and the macronutrients. So I'm not saying you totally avoid this, but you have to make sure you don't put junk as your main fuel sa katawan mo. You may be eating too much processed foods. I remember when I was in high school, I was skinny, di ba? So I would eat a lot of junk food. Tapos I wonder bakit hindi ako nag-gain ng weight. And then of course, I realized after reading some article, of course, being surrounded with the right people, na-realize ko, those pala are junk. It don't add value to my body. Hindi siya nag-add ng nutritional value sa katawan natin. So, limit this and add yung nutritional talaga. Prioritize yung mga pagkain na bibigyan ng nutritional value. That's number two. Number three, you may be engaging in too much cardio exercise. I remember 2 days ago, as a client who wants to avail of my service as a coach called me and asked me, ano yung dapat gawin to gain muscle. And then I asked in return, anong ginagawa niya ngayon, yung activities niya. Sabi niya, nagsusumba siya almost 3 times a week. And then I asked him, ano yung effect sa kanya. Sabi niya, kahit anong tagal niya nagsusumba, hindi siya nag-gain ng muscle daw. Definitely, kasi yung goal ng Zumba and other cardio low intensity or even high intensity interval training or HIIT exercises, jogging, running man yan, is more on your cardio, burning calories po yung goal niya. Others would say it's for relaxation. Yes, definitely. But if you're into this activity but less in resistance training, definitely you will not gain muscle. That is why you have to balance things out. Again, I'm not saying you won't go for a run, for hiking, for biking, for cycling, for swimming. No, no, no. If you find it enjoyable, do it by all means. But what I'm saying is you have to balance things out. If mas marami pa yung cardio mo sa resistance training mo, most likely you won't gain muscle. And don't ask and wonder bakit hindi ka nagiging ng muscle. You have to prioritize talaga resistance training. You have to put resistance to your body so that it will grow. So that's number 3. Again, if you find hiking, running, jogging enjoyable, do it by all means. But you have to schedule it. You have to prioritize first resistance training. Then after that, go for your cardio exercise. Again, yung cardio exercise is not just about running. It also includes yung Zumba kasi low intensity siya. Also, we have dancing, we have swimming, hiking, running. Okay, nag-click na yung air fryer ko, naluto na yung kinakain ko. By the way, anong kinakain natin? So, now, what's your last meal? Yung meal ko, about to eat my last meal, chicken thigh. Okay? Chicken thigh, yung mga budget meal natin dyan. 70 pesos lang yung budget ko per meal for chicken thigh. So, of course, expenses na, include na yun yung ingredients, yung pepper, salt, Spanish paprika, at saka cayenne pepper. Yun po yung kinakain ko most of the time. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4, you may have an underlying medical condition. So, I don't want to put negativity or assumption in you. I don't believe that you self-assess or self-diagnose. No, no, no. I remember when I was too skinny, I searched online, bakit ako skinny even though I eat a lot. Tapos yung nakita ko sa internet, baka may TB ako, may pneumonia ako. So, it didn't help me at all. Instead of searching for solution, what it gave me was fear and anxiety. So it didn't help me at all. So again, don't self-diagnose. Always ask the advice of your physician, your doctor, or your coach about this. Do not self-diagnose. So you may have a condition that you may want to look into. So yung hormones natin, of course, may have a big factor defining kasi yung hormones natin, they're the ones define our body, yung weight natin. So you may want to look into that and seek professional advice. Okay, that's number 4. Number 5 is this. You may not be strength training. Again, I mentioned this earlier. Na you must balance things out when it comes to cardio because yung cardio has a different goal and here is strength training. So we call it strength training because the goal is to increase your strength. When you increase in your strength, you will increase in your muscle mass. Again, the goal is always gaining muscle, not gaining weight. Kasi we want to get rid of body fat and preserve and gain muscle mass. Now, there's this myth at saka misconception that when you work out long enough, you will look like a bodybuilder. Or maybe if you're a woman right now, definitely you don't want to be a bodybuilder, you don't want to be bulky, correct? Yung mga babae natin, you just want to be fit at saka firm yung katawan. Yes, definitely. Don't believe the lie na yung workout is for men at saka for the young and for the athletic. No, no, it's for your health. Now, if you're afraid that you will look like a bodybuilder, I understand. I don't want to be a bodybuilder as well. Others want to do that because of their profession, with by all means, no? It's a good, noble profession then. What I'm saying is this. It would take years and then it's really, really, really impossible for you to look like bulky, especially if you babae ka, in a natural way. Unless you're putting something na hindi, of course, steroids is one, growth hormone na tinitake mo that will modify your hormones. Again, yung lalaki, we have high levels of testosterone, yung growth hormone that define muscle growth. Sa babae, hindi. Mataas yung estrogen ng babae. That's why, even though you work out a lot for years, you won't look like a bodybuilder. Unless, again, if you put something na enhanced growth hormone, in which I don't recommend because we want to do it naturally. So, Again, don't be afraid to work out. Working out is one of the best way to increase your muscle mass, and muscle is your friend and protection. And I like to reiterate this one, no? Yung mga babae especially, kasi of course, may mga misconception. That's why I emphasize this a lot in my life, no? When you go sa gym, most of the time, 80%, 70 to 80% lalaki. Tama? 10 to 20% babae, because this might be one of the reasons. You don't want to work out because you might look like bulky or bodybuilder. I understand that sentiment at all. So I want you to prioritize working out for your health. One of the reasons why yung osteoporosis is common among women, and this has been proven by science, by the way, is because you don't train your muscles. Less muscles means less protection for your bones. Less muscles, again, is means less protection for your bones. And that's one of the reasons why women are prone to osteoporosis. So make a commitment this year to protect your bones by working out. That's your best gift for yourself this year. There you have it. You may not be in strength training. Number 6 is this. You may not be consuming enough calories. Of course, this is the key. When you eat more than what your body uses, you will gain weight. But if you eat less than what your body is using, definitely you will lose weight. Now, for some of you, especially dito sa community natin, low carb and fasting, tama? Most of you, yung appetite nyo, nag-shrink na. Kasi nasanay kayo sa 1 meal a day, 2 meals a day, tapos yung high carb, high fat, high protein, which give you satiety, yung satisfaction level. So when you transition to gaining muscle kasi nasobrang ka sa payat, you want to eat a lot, 3 meals a day na. Pero nasanay ka again sa low carb and fasting. So it's temporary. It's temporary. What you will do is to commit to the plan. So if you are gaining muscle right now, that's your goal, nanggaling ka sa low carb, train your appetite to eat more. Again, it is not recommended for you to stay 1 meal a day, 2 meals a day if you want to gain muscle. And if you are underweight right now and you have signs of muscle wasting, it is not recommended to take your meals once or twice a day. You have to transition to 3 meals a day. And that is why you may feel na it's marami ka na kinakain, but actually, akala mo lang yun, pero kulang pa yan. Kasi again, ang galing ka sa low carb and fasting na yung frequency of meals mo, konti lang, and of course, yung kinakain mo, high satiety. So, prioritize targeting your calories, especially your protein. So that's why the last year, you may not be eating enough protein. Again, this is the most important macronutrient when it comes to muscle gain. It is very important that if you eat less protein, definitely your muscle will shrink. This is the foundation of your body. If sa bahay pa, yung protein, again, nanggaling siya sa amino acid, and this is the building blocks of life. Building blocks of life, meaning parang hollow block siya, parang brick siya if nasa ibang bansa ka. Okay? Bricks or hollow block. Ano mangyayari sa bahay if kulang yung bricks or hollow blocks? Dumanong bagyo, lindol, wasak. Di ba? But what if enough quantity, enough amount of hollow blocks or bricks? Foundation is strong. The same thing with your body. If you have enough protein, your foundation is strong. So take note of this. Again, I like to encourage you to track your calories, especially if you don't see any changes with your weight. Okay. Again, weight is one of the many ways that we need to measure if you're gaining muscle, no? If your goal is gaining muscle or gaining fat, losing fat, that's one. And that's why you have to be flexible lang. Adjust mo lang yung calories mo o yung protein mo on a weekly basis. So what do I mean by that? Kunwari, you commit to a calorie, for example, your goal weekly, daily mo for your calories is 1,800 calories a day. So you divide it into 3 to 4 meals. Tama? You commit to that for 1 week. tapos you measure your weight, fasted state yung pag-measure natin ng weight, no? Tapos wala pa tayong kinakain as much as possible. Wala nangyari sa weighing scale. Walang movement. So what will you do? What's the wise action that you must take kapag walang movement sa weighing scale? You adjust your calories. So the next day, from 1.8, you do it 1.9 to 2,000. Okay, 1.9 to 2,000. So commit to that 1 week again, tapos measure mo naman siya after a week. If there's movement, meaning that's the ideal calories for you. Again, there's no one size fits all when it comes to this. Kasi iba-iba again, yung metabolism natin, iba-iba yung activity levels natin, iba-iba yung response natin sa sleep, sa stress. So you have to be flexible on this and commit to the long game. Kasi at the end of the day, it's consistency. What you see in social media, what you see in others people fitness, it took them long time. It took them years to develop that. So don't believe the lie na it takes them months or short period of time. If it is short, no, if it's easy, everyone would be fit and healthy. But the reason why konti lang yung fit and healthy because few people are willing to pay the price. So I believe those of you are watching right now, you want to commit to this. Anything po na takes hard work at saka effort are worth it, are worthwhile, no? Everything na easy to get lang is not worthwhile. Even in all aspect of life, no? If sa pera pa, if easy investment lang, most likely, hindi yan tatagal. Quick, rich scheme leads to higher risk. But if you commit to that, okay, foundation, commit to the long game, definitely you will harvest if you don't quit. My encouragement for you tonight is this. Embrace the process. Okay? Embrace the process and then be flexible lang. Embrace the process and be flexible. Some of you may feel na walang results. That's totally okay. What you need to do is to keep on going. Some people are frustrated when they look at the weighing scale, walang movement talaga. What they do is they stop. Ganun yun sa mga concerns at saka sakit natin eh. We are great in starting something, but we are weak in finishing something. Great starters, weak finishers. But I do believe we can change that this year. Start, great this year, and you maintain it. Some days you may not feel great, but that's totally okay. You move on and then keep going. You know, it's not okay if you are stuck, no? Failure is failure when you stop. Failure is not failure when you continue. So keep on going. For some of you, you may be needing accountability. Again, one of my services that I offer is one-on-one coaching. If you find it valuable to you, message mo ako kasi we can give you the program Worth the Grind Academy will offer you one-on-one coaching. May custom-made po tayo na nutrition plan, workout plan, nutrition plan, and community to support you. So if you find this valuable to you, especially your health, do not hesitate to invest for your health. We're talking about your health. So anything that gives you value sa health mo, don't hesitate. Kasi that's your asset. That's your asset. Your health is your asset. So again, for others naman, if you cannot yet afford having a coach, I would like to encourage you to keep tuning in dito sa live natin because this is my way to give back to our people and to help Philippines be healthy, especially the 40s and above. And also, we have an ebook for free. So if you don't have the ebook yet, message mo ako. And some of your questions, I hope I can answer tonight. Again, I'd like to review these things that you have to avoid so that you won't be on that trap of muscle wasting at saka muscle loss. Number one here is you may have a high metabolism, so that's not a problem, but of course you have to define that. You may be eating too much processed food. You may be engaging in too much cardio. You may have an underlying medical condition. You may not be in strength training. Number 6, you may not be consuming enough calories, and especially you may not be eating enough protein. So there you have it. I hope you find value dito sa sa live natin. Okay. Coach, ask ko lang, sabi ko ni Ma'am Hilda, kulang, ano po ang magandang protein shake pang dagdag sa kulang sa meat? Always look for a protein shake na mataas yung protein serving niya per grams niya. Kasi merong mga protein shake na kunwari yung one serving niya is 30 grams. Pero yung protein niya is 20 grams lang. So, marami silang ina-add na tawag additives para lang maging dense siya. So, you have to look yung percentage of protein per serving niya. So, that's number one. Also, look for a protein shake na mataas sa leucine. Leucine. Very important yan for muscle growth, muscle retention. So, I have recommendations as well. You may want to message me regarding this because we have brands that we sincerely believe in. Ashley, watching from Saudi Arabia, kamusta yung weather natin dyan? Ma'am Betty, okay lang ba coach na 1 hour or more ang strength training? Want to gain weight po coach. So, okay. So ideally for workout, it's around 45 minutes to 1 hour. If you go over 1 hour, like 1 hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours, most likely, science will tell us it will trigger cortisol levels na. Kasi you're stressing your body too much. So don't go over 1 hour and a half. 45 minutes to 1 hour, that's the safest. Okay? That's the safest. Again, cortisol is the stress hormone. It's catabolic. When I say catabolic, it breaks down muscle, so it's not good. Again, if you go above 1.5 and even 2 hours, you're stressing your body too much. And it will trigger cortisol level. Okay? Hello to you, Maria Arlene Delphine, watching from Malaysia again. Rona Bunda, good evening to you. Fe de la Cruz, kamusta po kayo, ma'am? Coach Riz, ganun ako, high metabolism nung high school, college days. Kahit anong kain, payat pa rin. Relate much with you, Coach Riz. Okay. Ma'am Hilda, Coach, alas ko lang, ano po yung magandang protein? Yeah, na-answer ko to. Sir Mario, yung fit natin na modern adult, kamusta po kayo? Arnulfo Farinas, kamusta po yung workout natin? Rufina, yes. Okay. Okay lang po, nasa bahay lang mag-exercise daily. Mag-gain ng muscle din po. Definitely. Alam niyo ba, 90% of my students right now are working out at home and they have gained muscles. So dumbbells lang at saka if you have yoga mat at saka if you have an option for bench, much better. Okay? And commit to a program. Kasi you must have a blueprint on how to gain muscle. Diane, hello to you. Sa mga fit natin na members sa Work Till 9. Okay, hello to you, Maribel Kumbawa, Ma'am Maribel. Ma'am Betty, how to increase calories, coach, if you are doing low carb? Okay, you may want to maximize other source of macronutrients such as your fat at saka protein. So for fat, dense po yan sa calories. You may want to add oil, coconut oil. Alam niyo ba yung 1 teaspoon ng oil would give you around 100 calories. So that's really dense. Avocado, high yan sa calories, no? Protein, if you want to go for meat, kunwari, instead of picking chicken breast, you may want to go for chicken thigh. Kasi yung chicken thigh mataas sa calories. Yung chicken breast, yes, mataas sa protein. But if your goal is gaining muscle, you may want to go for high calories, especially if you're in low carb pa. Tama? Carmelita, good evening po to you. Ma'am Liza, one of our fit na students sa community. Ma'am Hilda, kamusta po yung Dubai dyan? Ma'am Virginia, yes, message po ako after you share this video. I will give to you the ebook completely free. Ma'am Alicia, kamusta po kayo? Watching here from Quezon City. Thank you for your educational workout. Happy to serve po, Ma'am Virginia. Thank you for tuning in dito sa live natin. Good evening. Paano ba ako magkaroon ng ebook? Kindly share this video. Tapos po, message po ako sa Facebook page ko, Coach Linin Hood. I will give it to you completely free. Ma'am Delisa Jimenez, good evening to you, Ma'am Versosa, good evening to you. Ma'am Elaine, good evening to you. Very informative. Thank you po, ma'am. Happy po to help. Alma Palencia, good evening to you. Hello po. Watching from Oriental Mindoro, napakagandang place po yan. Ma'am Shing is one of our fitness students din. Kamusta yung workout niyo, ma'am? Watching from Mindanao, Brisel, wow. Kamusta po yung weather natin dyan? Charlene Ladaga, good evening to you, ma'am. So there you have it. My prayer for you this year is that you will discover that if you take good care of your body will take good care of you. And if you take good care of your body, you have a healthy and fit body, you can do more things for the things that you want in life, such as spending time with your family. Salamat po, Coach Nino Lofina. Yes, happy to help. Yes, message po ako. Ma'am Hilda, I will give it to you completely free. Coach Linin po yung name ko sa Facebook. Okay, and last question here from Ma'am Liza. Coach, ano po ba ang dapat increase upang tumaas po ang timbang? Always, it all boils down to calories. So again, if your calories mo, mas mataas kaysa use ng katawan mo, definitely you will gain weight if you commit to that over time. So Ma'am Liza, if after you have tracked your calories, after a week, walang movement, walang changes talaga, that's the time you need to add on top of that sa calories mo. Okay? Hello Ma'am Jessie, Josie Cortez, good evening to you. Thank you, happy to help. Ma'am Celio, yes, I will give it to you completely free. Sir Albert, kamusta po? Miss you, Sir Albert, no? Kamusta yung workout natin? Ma'am Jean Salcedo, any suggestion po for protein shake? Again, I gave true criteria when it comes to protein shake. Always look for the serving na mas mataas dapat yung protein niya per gram per serving. Kasi meron mga protein shake na may mga additives siya. So always look for that, dapat mataas siya. Almost 90% dapat yung protein niya per serving. Number 2, dapat may leucine siya. Leucine is one of the branched-chain amino acid, very important po for muscle growth. Okay? If you want specific recommendation for the brand that I sincerely believe in, message po ako and I will give to you the brand. Happy to help. Ma'am Liza watching from Cebu. Kamusta yung weather dyan? Ma'am Carmela. And hello to you, Shetak Cutter. Hello. And there you have it. See you again, our live educational content every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. All the best po sa inyo lahat. God bless you and happy lifting. Bye-bye.